The first sighting of MOUZ here in Katowice, and they're going up against Cloud9, who have mixed results, and their lack of AWPer is what dominates the conversation today, Jason.
The lack of AWPer, yeah, that'll always be a topic at the moment with what's going on in C9. I think the other big one to have is, man, where's 21, 20, year 20 Exile? Where's like 2020?
Yeah, where is he? He's
like,
gone, he's missing.
Watching that like triple overtime game the other day and seeing him with like 19 kills, like 3 or 4 overtimes in, I was just
hurt my heart.
I was mind blown. I was just like, where's he at? So a lot of things to see step up. I mean, on the other side, I mentioned kind of like a little walk and talk that we did this morning. Xerxin it feels like he's dropped off in terms of his impact. It's been Brolin at the top. It's been Jimmy at the top for MOUZ. I want to see that old school Xerxin who's going to be pushing and taking space and making creative and dynamic plays and wreaking havoc on the defenses. We'll see that when we switch sides into the second half. For now, and execute at the B-bomb site.
Yeah, 3 plays over here for MOUZ to try and defend it. Boomich with the first headshot. Good night, Brolin. Not the start of the pistol he would have hoped for, but Jimmy fighting back from the barrels. A second kill locked in until he runs out of ammo, and we're going back and forth. And there's Xerxin out from short side. It's going to be the kill to draw them into the clutch. Perfecto alone in this 1v2, and we know what he can do in clutches. We've seen Perfecto win a few of these in his career, and he's got himself into the 1v1 now up against Xerxin. He has got time. He has to get that bomb, and he has utility too. Xerxin sees that and goes forward for the fight, and that is the impact straight away.
No, he says. Yeah, appears in the pistol round with them dualies. Triple kill, and he's getting a little bit hyped as well. Takes the aggressive push when he sees the smoke coming out. I think a lot of pro players right now are just like, we enjoy being the aggressor in CS2. Good initial hold from Jimmy as well, and unfortunately for Cloud9, this gets stopped. Almost a clutch for Perfecto, but those dualies land a nice little headshot. 1-0.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of new teenage prodigies coming out lately, Jason. Jimmy's certainly one of those. And, you know, in this event, obviously, Donk's sheer level he's at, but
Jimmy's like a different star, though, because you could see Donk, right, like with how aggressive he is and just like volume fragging. Jimmy, like, just seems like such a smart player, fundamentally sound, decision-making is on point. And that seems to me when I watch him, like, obviously the aim is good. Obviously, he's putting up numbers. But it's like the decision-making, the positioning, and the fundamentals that seem to be what is so striking to me.
Yeah, and obviously it comes from a Counter-Strike family. We miss Sergey. Hope he comes back someday. That would be great. It's been a while.
He's eclipsing his brother.
He is at this point. His brother once had a famous run in Katowice. Let's see if he can get one too. Cloud9's not going to be getting too much done here. Brolin should be taking a lot of these kills away, but he doesn't. It's a bit awkward for him, and there will be kills in the end for MOUZ. Boomich and Electronic looking to do as much as they can, and that will be not much. It is 2-0 here for MOUZ.
Yeah, Torji, get you that op money. A little bit of bonus cash with the SMG.
Yeah. That's what everybody's talking about. You know, the death set it up perfectly, the storyline of Torzi destroyed them last time. Let's see if it happens again.
Very well could. The op equation is something that Cloud9 have not yet found an answer to. First gun round coming in, though. All AK-47s. Not enough money for the aforementioned AWP. And live into round 3. Torji and Shuhei to push forward and defend Fountain. Go down into Connector as well. Cloud9, so much of their T-sides in the play-ins powered by Electronic, their strongest performer in the play-in stage on their offensive halves.
Yeah, he said a couple of months ago, unburdened by the shackles of in-game leadership, he wants to release beast mode again, and it's actually kind of crazy how quickly he got back to that kind of form, and you can really see the difference between the time he was in-game leading versus now just being a fragger. But I'm sure Electronic will still have a lot of say in the team.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, man, why did you ever in-game lead?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Why would you take this away from us?
Because Boomich wasn't around anymore.
True.
His fault. But now he's back.
And he is back.
And he's back in a big way. Big boom. It's up on top of long, clearing close corners. No one's spotted until Brolin gives a peek. It's not the weapon for the job to fight at that kind of range, so he gathers the information and falls further back into the sight.
It causes a shift as well as Shuhei slides over. Brolin's going to be playing at Divider. Hopefully Torji can be enough of a distraction, enough of a prospect to keep Cloud9 moving forward. Now they do like to move between the bomb sites, and oh, that's a good peek. A hard clear from Boomich. Brolin had taken a deeper off angle, so Boomich is easily able to pick that one up, but blinded and dinked, and there's no escape.
Yeah, Shuhei takes Boomich out. Look like Brolin actually got hit by the Molotov on the other side of the wall there, which actually forced him just slightly out of position, and then the kill came through. Exertion up short. As MP9 is a good position for it. He tries to get the up on him by swinging into the fire. That does work out. He goes back for seconds, and this time on Hobbit, it's Perfecto and Electronic taking over this B bomb site. Shui left alone. 1v3 for him, and he does as well as he could, but it ends up being the first round for Cloud9.
I think MOUZ thought Cloud9 was way more dedicated and way deeper into that bomb site when they actually pounce up that ramp. They walked right into a trap. Cloud9 was ready and waiting. So a little counter push from MOUZ before the bomb plant starts going down, and they get annihilated.
I can't believe Bubsky actually unironically brought up the Oakland performance from Ruz back in 2020. We were still talking about that on the test. I don't think there's ever been a performance that's warranted that much conversation.
We were having a convo about Swedish Counter-Strike this morning, so he had it on the brain, and we were trying to figure out who is the best prospect coming out of Sweden in the last few years. And yeah, Oakland is still there.
It's still out. Oh, it was so sad. We've seen, obviously, Snacks come back in Dallas in 2022. Now he's in-game leading with Gamer Legion. I'm just sad that the Forest setup, the standard didn't work out this time around. Would have been cool to see Forest back in the mix. And here we go, walking down into the short tunnel is C9. Looking to get some control towards water, and Shui, he's close by. That molly is burning in front of him, so he's not going to go any further, just tossing and juggling utility.
A very aggressive defense of the B bomb site, though. They want to challenge in these choke points. I would imagine it's mostly because of the SMGs on Exertion and Jimmy. They want to stay close range. Another opening kill for Boomich. He gets the first of the round, and that's going to pull Shuhei away, which leaves just the MP9s to defend the B bomb site, although I take that back. Shuhei sticks around, slides right back into the bomb site. 48 seconds for Cloud9 to play with. And if they show any presence, if they show any pressure at the A bomb site, like utility, Boomich gets spotted, anything at all, I imagine it's going to start making this defense pretty jumpy.
They are getting ever closer to the A bomb site with Boomich.
Look at this push from Xertion. This is everything. That's a third smoke that just dropped. Electronic's got a timer on this, so he's got to keep moving forward. Doesn't realize it just yet. Already the defense is starting to shift. Exertion, not even going to check short. That door opening, though.
Oh, he realizes that's so frustrating. The door is closed, has to go and open it. And here comes Axel down the stairway, looking right at him. But Exertion still wins that fight. Boomich hits the headshot on the defensive player. Shui, and 9 seconds left. Limited time. They've got to start getting that bomb down now. And that's exactly what happens. Perfecto punches those digits in. And Torzi and Exertion, well, they are certainly in a weak position here, especially with this learn from Electronic. In behind, sweeps up Torzi, and Exertion would like to save that AK-47 now.
Yeah, it's all he's got. It's all he's got. And Cloud9, I think just the number, while there's a stack at the B bomb site, the repeated smokes and monsters, and they're like, you know what, let's just not deal with it. Let's just not worry about it. Time's running down. Good find, working the map and finding an open A bomb site. So question becomes if Exertion wants to challenge for any exit kills. With only 17 HP, though, he's not going to be super aggressive. So yeah, all tied up at 2.
Yeah, based on the start of this half, though, we won't be seeing the Torzi ult for a few rounds at least here. And that was definitely the main talking point. And this AK, it's not going to go into this round either. Boomich hunts it down. Triple overall for him. And you know, if Torzi gets that ult out, then the game obviously changes. But we're talking about the fact that maybe Cloud9 don't have it in them on the T side yet of Overpass to put together a strong enough tactical half to negate the problem of having an ult against them. But if they can keep their money low, they won't have to deal with that for the first few rounds of play here. That's
the thing. If you keep it out of your opponent's hands, like that disparity, we don't really get to see it. So they'll be happy to limit what MOUZ can bring out for some time as this losing bonus builds up. It's now at 2 rounds. MOUZ will be getting a decent chunk of change in the next round. Exile. Gonna get a lot of attention. A chance to warm up.
Oh, come on, Axel. You gotta get these ones. You gotta sink your teeth in. And he does get a double. Does eventually need the help of Boomich to clear out the rest. And Exertion and Yimfat just 2 SPs now. I like the call just to sprint to Axel. See if a strength in numbers mentality is gonna work out. Doesn't this time. And Yimfat, he's just got to do as much as he can with this AK-47. If he can bring a few more players down, that's the best case scenario.
Waiting for a footstep, an indication. Gonna get pulled forward, can't get one. Aim punch is a little too strong. Cloud9 take a lead. Tenuous lead.
Yeah.
And a timeout called by MOUZ. And this is a topic of conversation too, because still, as we just mentioned in that previous round, that AWP is not going to be out on Torzi. Not enough money. Everyone's going to be buying up M4s.
How do you want to approach this? Cyclone having his say. was an interesting point brought up by Bubsky, showing that Cyclone's commitment to this MOUZ project is certainly there because, you know, a team like Astralis are searching for a coach. You've had such a great track record being a Dane yourself. Most Danes want to be a part of that Astralis project. But Cyclone resigns with MOUZ and stays with this project. And I think you probably have an emotional investment when you started with these players so young in the academy team and you're kind of growing up.
I think it's like almost kind of like really hard to make a decision to leave this kind of core that you've been with for years as an academy team to this point. And I think, you know, he deserves a lot of credit, Cyclone, for how he's been able to help this team grow and develop into the scary squad they've been at times when we see them hit their peak.
Relatively new coach as well. Was a player not so long ago. Exertion getting into short. It's an aggressive maneuver here for Exertion, and it hasn't worked out. Hobbit just holding for it. Axel with a great shot from Connector. Brolin was tunnel vision to try and get that trick kill, and ends up getting caught by Axel. So Cloud9 in this gun round already have 2 players up. Yeah, taking a big risk, Brolin. Trying to slide out and take a peek through door. Good shot from Axel, and now this is so long for Cloud9 to get a chill. They're going to wait, look for the follow-up peaks. They'll trade them all off. Shuey and Jimmy go down. It's just Torji. Yeah, and he's staying committed to this. He's staying over towards this B-bomb side, but it feels like it's just destined to go the other way. He's not really in a position to fall back now either, so he's just going to chill out in short and hope that some miraculous moment happens for him. Cloud9 already on the hunt. I mean, just look at the map. It's like Boomich and Hobbit are just kind of paused, looking for pushes. Axel a little bit as well towards the A-bomb side. It's only really Electronic hunting Axel a little bit. He's kind of hovering between passive and aggressive. So they're just waiting to find out exactly where Torji is before making a decision. Torji's going to hear these footsteps. Sure, it'll be Molotovs. Not as deep as they'd like, but plant should be just fine. Yeah, I think they realized the only sort of blind spot that Torji could be in is short, and Boomich plants on the other side of that pillar and peeks him. And Big Boom was certainly making a lot of noise throughout the early stages of the play-in, right? They had an upset go against them earlier on in the competition, but they had a lot of domestic matchups against their countrymen in this event, and that definitely fired them up. Boomich was probably the loudest player with Donk inside of the Hall of Heroes. Yeah, I mean, that third map he had against VP was quite nice. He really got them on the right foot, Cloud9, to keep marching to a victory and avoid any more, avoid disaster, really. The loss that you're mentioning they took to Rebels in the best of one stage was a shocking upset, and that was a real damning indictment of the level Cloud9 was bringing into this. So we've watched them improve over the 3 days of the play-in stage, and now we get to see if that can continue into the group stage of Katowice. You imagine Electronic will land this one. Axel actually gets it, and Electronic follows up. That dastardly duo making their way through water, and Axel with him. It would be great to see Axel build form into the event and get some confidence back. I'm sure he's probably not dealing with all the pressure all that well, and I certainly set upon him. Cutting through them against the weaker weapons in this round. Yeah, well, it's time to handle the pressure. It's time to handle it if you're Axel. Yeah, it's been years of this. And you've got other big stars around you, the experience with it. What do you make of this MOUZ team, though? Because I thought when they lost Frozen, I didn't really believe that they would be able to stay at the level they were at, obviously. And then the move for Brolin, I just felt like that was pretty underwhelming. But Maui kind of was pointing out that it's probably one of the better moves they could have made, you know, realistically, with the side of the organization, the players available. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I can't, you know, transport my brain back to remember what was actually exactly going on at that time. But I mean, look, Brolin's a player that's had a lot of potential, and at times he's kind of lived on that potential. He's still young, still can absorb a little bit more experience, but I don't mind it so much. I think no matter who you were to go with, Frozen's a very hard player to replace, not only for his talents as a player, but just for the experience he has inside the server, winning events, and how long he's been competing at the top. So it was always, I think, going to be at least a short-term step down, and I think Brolin gives him that opportunity for long-term growth to meet back to that point. And Shuey has shown us what he can do with the parts of Gamer Legion, obviously getting to that major final in Paris. So talking about adding Brolin in, this is a good mix of players across the board. Time to see what Shuey can do. Time to see what Torji can do. He's got the ult. He's got the big ult out. Let's see. That's the big advantage that everyone discusses when Cloud9's inside the server without a true AWPer of their own. They've been able to kind of use it piecemeal on a couple of players in a variety of situations to different effect. Here he comes, Hobbit. Spamming down through the wood. He's actually taking damage from the other side. It's Utility on over, blasts it onto default, and Shui damn close to taking that opening kill.
Hobbit's another player next to Electronic who's had a very good Katowice so far.
He really started to step up. Nice shot here from Torji. That's Electronic down, and now they know they're going up against the AWP. They know where it is. And Bumich is accelerating towards this A bomb side, trying to take as much space as he can, and his teammate Perfecto's with him.
Groove mentioned they did some research and they looked into this matchup and very much prepared for MOUZ, and that's a very convincing call. You spot the AWPer, you get the kill in bathrooms, and no hesitation from C9. Pushed aggressively towards the A bomb site, confident the route would be clear. Now they've got themselves a post plant. A little bit light on utility, plenty of nades and Molotovs and smoke for MOUZ. Let's see if they can pull this off.
Perfecto up on top of the truck, could peek out, and he has cover immediately to go back in and out with headshots. It is Cloud9 dominating MOUZ at the start of the day, and Electronic is fired up. 6 rounds on the T side, and this isn't really competitive at the moment.
Look at the attitude in Cloud9. They came into this focused, ready to play today. Everyone shouting, Boomich is getting loud, Electronic's getting loud. This means a lot to Cloud9 bouncing back from a very rough and unconvincing play-in stage. What a sequence from Perfecto, just chilling on truck, hard to clear out, no Molotov at his feet, no nades to his position, and it's a triple kill. And that's everything taken from MOUZ. The first round they get the AWP is round 8, and he gets nothing done, just 1 kill, but no impact on changing the round.
They'll have it for the next round here. They don't have all the support network around it. They're going to have pistols out. They're going to leave around $2,000 in the bank. Not the start MOUZ would have been hoping for. And maybe there is something to be said about warming up in the play and coming into the group stage. Because we've seen ENCE yesterday against #1 Vitality. They got that win over them. You know, there's something to be said about warming up in this environment, especially at the start of the year.
Well, MOUZ has that up on Torji again. He's going to have to be pretty aggressive with it. He's going to have to make some plays with it if he wants to keep MOUZ in this round.
Oh no, he's about to be nade stack, Jason. Here it goes, bang, bang, bang. And it's Torji down to 5 health. Very fortunate to still be around, still stand on top of his teammate's head.
Yeah, who's the secondary AWPer on MOUZ? Pass that bad boy over.
This is crazy. If the AWP had gone down in that one swoop, you would have felt like, if you're on the MOUZ side of things, that Cloud9 have your strap book. They have every read so far. But Torji, 5 health, at least is still standing. He's going to rotate up to the bank. He still holds that AWP.
Looking for a deep angle. Cloud9 being very cautious and slow on the map. Letting MOUZ, with whatever kind of buy they have, burn their utility. Maybe get a little bit of nervous. Second guess any stacks they have. And they're going to start shifting back to the B bomb site. Electronic's been waiting. They have control of stairs and connector. Good kill from Shui, and that's going to speed things up. Electronic just now moving through Monster.
Yeah, coming right through, attacking this B bomb site. Exertions here with the Deagle. Help behind fire for the meantime, but 20 seconds left. He could create chaos here. If he goes down, though, that's it. That's wrapped up, and that's exactly what happens. This T side is unstoppable.
Well, they still have the AWP, and they just recovered an AK-47 they can bring into the next rounds. I think Cloud9 is going to be content with this victory. Probably not going to go on any kind of a hunt, because the save has been called pretty much immediately. 7-2, quite a gap and quite a scoreline being run up by Cloud9. This is a map. They took off Virtus Pro in that series to get through the play-in stage in the elimination game.
And that wasn't really close, was it?
It was 13-5, and that's a Virtus Pro that's considered a very, very strong Overpass squad. So Cloud9, they know how to work this map, and they're showing it again here against MOUZ.
Yeah, once you take a big win like that over Virtus Pro and Overpass, you really do stamp authority over your Overpass performances. Everybody has to give you respect. And we're seeing quite an in-depth T side here. They're not making too many mistakes. They can pace change up a little bit. You know, you're seeing some quicker plays, explosive finishes to the rounds. It's great to see from Cloud9. And Cyclone's gone through 3 timeouts in this half already, and we're yet to see any steady improvement.
I mean, at a certain, this third timeout is probably nothing tactical. It's like, all right, guys, it's time to wake up. Like, it's time to show up today. First game of Katowice. Shocks brought it up, Effie brought it up in the interview with Groove and just said, you think this is going to be an advantage? And I think anyone who plays will tell you, having those extra days in the play-in stage. MOUZ haven't played since January 20th back at the online RMR qualifiers.
And we know how much of a different beast those are.
It's looking like a slow start for MOUZ.
They better get it going here, otherwise this half is going to be unrecoverable. Yimfat starting outside of Monster. Electronic is going to send that net deep. Brolin taking control of Fountain. Some space taken here on the CT side, and he isn't stopping. He's going to go around that corner into the playground, and maybe Brolin can start to activate a flank around the back of B. And that is exactly where Cloud9 plays going. Here they come. Axel at the front, taken out by Yimfat. And this is going to stall out Cloud9 and really allow this flank to start going for Brolin. Yeah,
at least for the moment. And this might be one of the few hiccups Cloud9's encountered in this T side so far. We'll see how they kind of adjust around it. They've been able to, Boomwich has provided them with so many opening kills. Flank from Brolin gets spotted. Awkward fight for Electronic, and now it's a two-man advantage.
Yeah, I thought Electronic was about to take Brolin out there, predicting that flank, going back for it. But as you said, timing just made it an awkward fight. And Brolin's just locking down this area of the map now. Perfecto trying to come up the ladder. Timing works against Brolin.
Yeah, but Perfecto doesn't know that, so he's being cautious to look for the fallback. And if Perfecto doesn't find him, Brolin's going to have a backstab. Oh, they line up. Almost doubled. Hobbit's brought very low. And 30 seconds left in a 2v4.
Torji just holding bathrooms.
You've got so much money if you're Cloud9, you definitely go for this. Take weapons away is the goal, and obviously with the AWP in the hands of Torji taking on Perfecto, it's kind of over from there. Hobbit doesn't want to progress forward without a teammate. So this round's done. MOUZ have their third, and they do it convincingly. 4 players survive, build up some money. It's not a sketchy buy in the next round. So everything you could have hoped for if you're MOUZ out of your third time out. This half is all about recovery.
And a lot of it to do. The issue is because they have been dominated so long in this half, there's so much money available for Cloud9, so they can buy straight away. They can get everything they want, all the bells and whistles, all the utility out. So it doesn't get any easier for MOUZ.
No, I mean, there's going to be no saving in this half for Cloud9 whatsoever. Good opening kill, good aggressive flank. Getting a little bit desperate with the push that quick, but you can understand why at 2-7.
Is there enough mustard on that hot dog, Jason?
There is now.
You see that little... Look at that little glizzy. That bread looks a little off.
I don't even know what that means. Electronic hiding inside the smoke with Boomich. They're going to bust right through. This time not spread whatsoever. Good nade. Chunks them down, but they're coming through regardless.
Yep. Big headshot from Electronic. Follow-up in. Exertion goes down. And now Shuey just chilling back. It's going to be a lineup of multiple players holding down, but only 1 kill out of it. Probably should have got a multi-kill down. Shuey's under so much pressure, so much scrutiny, and still gets a double. Oh, wow. Okay, that's much better for MOUZ. They have woken up, and there's fist bumps all around.
Yeah, that's my IGL. Well done. Electronic hands up. He's very, very vocal between these rounds.
I would love to just be there, like, inside of the team comms and just understand what Electronic's saying, because it looks like almost a military-style drilling.
Yeah, he didn't look happy about something. I think if anything, it's probably that nobody actually swung out after he gets the first 2 kills. Shuey's able to take that fight in towards tunnel. 3-4 players just boxed up all together, shoulder to shoulder. That's a very tantalizing prospect. And Electronic saying, why did nobody swing? Why did nobody get out and create some space? Why is everyone just chilling? I've got 5 HP and 2 entries. And now he's gone down first again, so that frustration probably builds.
Hobbit creeps out in towards water. Good position taken. Cloud9 starting to struggle. And Hobbit, ooh, it's not pretty. Starts to get burnt out of position, has to use a smoke. And MOUZ are gathering info with that. Torsi's got a connector locked down. So Cloud9 start to become to feel very suffocating in terms of the map control they've got available. That door gets blown open. Torsi locks that kill in. Yimfat follows up, and Exertion swings back to Monster. Cloud9 getting outmatched now towards the end of this first half.
Yeah, that third timeout did wonders, apparently. It just took all three, but they've arrived inside the server, thankfully. And that story of recovery, MOUZ have carved themselves out enough for the last 3 rounds of the first half. We'll see if they can come all the way back.
Jet set, a high class, high fashion, no time to talk, no distractions. I bet you never met anyone else like me. If you're searching, I'll be in the VIP. VIP. It's all in the acronym. A very important person is coming in, and there's nowhere in the world I haven't been. If you don't understand, let me tell you again. I know my place and I come first. You wanna live like this, get to work. It's all a race and I come first. I take it all, it's what I deserve. I know my place and I come first. You wanna live like this, get to work. It's all a race and I come first. I take it all, it's what I deserve. I've got those diamonds, I've got that gold, going once, going twice, going 3 times sold. I've got the class and I've got that style. Everyone is looking at me, they be staring for a while. Who said money can't make me happy? I called the bluff, but they thought they had me. And if they think they could ever get past me, I built my wall, this designer Versace. I bet you never met anyone else like me. If you're searching, I'll be in the VIP. VIP. It's all in the acronym. A very important person is coming in, and there's nowhere in the world I haven't been. If you don't understand, let me tell you again. I know my place and I come first. You wanna live like this, get to work. It's all a race and I come first. I take it all, it's what I deserve. I know my place and I come first, first, first. It's all a race and I come first. I take it all, it's what I deserve.
Put your little thing in the party. Everybody know where to find me. Just want a good time, good night. Hopping in the front of the whip, living fast like.
Cloud9 started Overpass very strong on the T side. It took 3 timeouts, but MOUZ have finally woken up 7-5 as we turn into that second half, and MOUZ now have a T side of their own.
Yeah, a daunting T side in which they're gonna have to win 8 rounds if they want to take this map in regulation. I mean, Cloud9 went on a 7-round streak in the middle of that half, so MOUZ just barely recovered, but it's still not pretty. Gonna have to start out hot. Gonna have to get to it right away.
Plenty of utility available for MOUZ, in particular Shuei and Yimfat with smokes. This is Cloud9's map pick. Axel playing much better today. That's what we'd like to see. 12-8, top of the team. We did ask questions about Axel's performance today. Xerxin making his way through middle. His teammates are coming up through connector just to join him. All the while, Torsi walks further down long. It's a stack from Cloud9 towards that B bomb side with 4 players. Axel's the only player over here in defense.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how long it takes for someone to shift back because they haven't seen or heard anything on the map quite yet. Boomich is now rotating. It might be a little bit late. Axel is going to need to deliver something early. Gets gooshed up, has to fall back. That means all 5 Cloud9 players going to be stuck behind utility for this retake. They do have a smoke and they do have a kit.
Yeah, that could be absolutely key for this. Exertion, though, we know his aggression, we know his confidence when he gets going here, and he's pushed through bank. Behind that smoke, Axel is taken out. And now we're looking at this 4v5. A retake scenario for Cloud9 becomes a lot more difficult despite having the utility. And here they go with that utility being set up. Boomich sends the flash over. Smoke's available too. Electronic taking it down as he tries to round that corner. Yinfat, only one. Torsi has to step up alongside Shui, and it's done. It's 6. And now MOUZ are just 1 round away from tying up versus Cloud9.
Yeah, that's the benefit of the pistol round, right? When we saw the guns come out, Cloud9 absolutely dominated it in the first half. Now that could all change here. But let's not get super excited just yet. Good push through the smoke into bank for Exertion. Nice execute, and just by virtue of only 1 defender, MOUZ take an easy bomb site.
Next Exertion who you were talking about in that first half that you wanted to see step up on this T side and see sort of an elevation in his performance again and see that impact coming through.
Yeah, he's such a creator for this team. Like, he loves making plays, he likes being aggressive, he likes finding gaps in the defense and looking for places he can flank and timings he can push into. And it hasn't been, I mean, just by nature, a style like that is sometimes going to be up and down. Just because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And obviously when it is working, this MOUZ team gets a whole different dimension of danger to it.
Yeah, and there were certainly examples of that last year, portions of the year where he would really have a good event and step up, and MOUZ would look unbelievably good. I remember the RMRs going into the Blast Major. That was in particular a very good tournament for him.
It's because stylistically, when he's having a good time and things are working and he's got a good feel for his plays, it's like that kind of style opens up opportunities for everyone else on the team, which is why even when the numbers aren't necessarily great for Exertion, just the decision making and the things he goes for can cause enough chaos for other players to step up.
These are the best rounds of Counter-Strike for an individual. Now get those free kills. And that's the attempt at least, but Brolin had the MAC-10, doesn't get any money, and in fact they've lost both of those weapons. So Cloud9 will take that Galil. Perfecto's even looking to do damage with it from Heaven, using their own weapons against them. Exertion goes back towards the barrels. Shui locks that headshot in. And Axel, oh, I'll take it. It's free. Can always take a free sample, and he'll run away.
Yeah, might even be worth keeping on the CT side, this Galil, for sure. Save some money.
Oh, Hobbit, he could catch some cash here. He's going to jump around that corner. He's got that MAC-10 out, making that money. And he's got one. He died actually right at the end. But he's got an extra kill.
Yeah, it's a good kill to find. 5,900 now on Hobbit. He could actually drop and op over.
Yeah.
If they wanted to get frisky, I mean, again, the conversation of not
who is going to do it?
It's going to be Boomich, as we've seen some cool things from him.
Yeah, we've seen some rounds for Perfecto like, trying to use the op, and it was like, yeah, I think Boomich is probably the better option now.
Yeah, but I feel like every time you have like a patchwork opera like this, it's kind of like you're just going to get a solid performance. Like it's not consistent. It's like some days he's going to be feeling it with the op, some days it's going to be a little bit rougher. You imagine he's been practicing with the op, certainly. But let's see what kind of Boomich op we got here to start the group stage.
Oh, Jimmy, it's not the start you like to see for him. He's just getting absolutely peppered, blasted by grenades and bullets. He's down to 17 health. Axel confident, goes for the peek in middle, does damage to Exertion and then drops away. Flashes over from Shui, sending his teammates into short. Good map control here for MOUZ at the start of the round. They've got themselves a great position, and that shot and that kill is going to go a long way. That's going to frustrate Electronic.
Dang, yeah, nice shooting from Shui. Counter Molotov towards the end of Monster. They've got no more smokes for the Monster tunnel. Boomich's op is at the A bomb site, hasn't seen anything. Exertion is slowly creeping up to apply a little bit of pressure to this bomb site, but it's Hobbit and Perfecto who are in the most awkward situation.
Yeah, here comes that monster play. There was a smoke up and there was A-stars just outside the bomb site, cutting off information for the Cloud9 defense. Perhaps trying to elude the fact that MOUZ might be heavy outside there, but instead it's this B-pop and Shui and Yimfat coming in with multiple kills. They can get that bomb down. Shui looking to lock it in behind the cover. And Boomich is not getting the shots on target here. Not quite getting the wall bangs in position.
And Exile's going to have to lead the way if they want to go for this retake. Neither one of them have kits, so it'll have to be quick. But if the M4 can't produce anything, the Op's going to have to bail out.
Oh, so they're giving the Op to Exile instead. Oh, what? Exile landed that one, and Shui's down to 8 health. He's so close as well. Yimfan nearly going down. Exile put his X-ray glasses on. And it doesn't work out. He's going to get out of there.
Did Boomich not know the lineups? Was Exile like, yo, give me that op. I know the spam spot.
That's so sick. Just unfortunate not to get a kill, though.
If he gets it on Shui, they go for that, for sure.
Well, that could have been something special, and it's not. So that's the reality of the situation here. It's MOUZ into the lead, and this is after that huge streak in the first half from Cloud9, where we were saying this game's getting out of hand. Cloud9 looking fantastic. We were talking about that big win versus Virtus Pro. Perhaps they'll replicate that versus MOUZ, but they just woke up after that third timeout, and it's been round after round after round since.
Yeah, they thankfully cooled them off at the end of that first half, and they've carried it over into their T side. But as you mentioned, 3 timeouts used just to get MOUZ awake into the game means any kind of obstacle they hit in this second half, they can't get Cyclone involved. But on one level, you got to say he's done his job. He got the boys woken up. It's a 1-round lead, economic and weapon advantage leaning towards MOUZ as well. As we head into round 16. Shui's been hitting some shots.
He really has. He had that opener in the last round too with that smoke spam down through Monster. Obviously, when you get a kill like that, there's actually no chance of them shooting back or getting the trade. It's going to go a long way to giving you a comfortable T round, especially if you're that in-game leader. MOUZ hold the 1-round lead, looking to extend it here in round 16. Torchi brings the AWP on out. It is a straight-up duel versus Boomich. Neither of them hitting the shot.
I like the confidence, though. The assertiveness of Torji, just bullying Boomich with the AWP a little bit.
So it's a little bit of a gimmick setup. Get Axel up on top of the sandbags. It's short. Electronic plays below him.
Yeah, well, they're going to start clearing this on a timing pretty soon here with how aggressive they are. At some point, they're going to want to turn that corner, and Electronic's going to see it clear.
Boomich is going to be the player that is heavily tested in this round, though, with Hobbit, who can get that early warning system going. With the 5-7, he's hoping when this smoke fades away, he can get this kill. He spots the head. Exertion couldn't see him. A quick switch to the AK-47, and no kill for Hobbit on the follow-up. A minute left in this round, 4v4, and Boomich is in the bathrooms.
And you know what that means?
The big boom has his magic stick, and it's a kill on Shueikon. A 4v3 kill for Boomich, and no problem. He's scared off MOUZ. They don't want to go into the toilets when Boomich is hanging around. It's never safe.
And then this is even worse. Double setup in short. Electronic with the deagle. Axel's going to peek on contact. Nice and clean.
That's a bit of a banana skin for MOUZ to slip up on, isn't it? They're up against pretty low weapons. You have the AWP in the bathrooms, and you still lose against some of these weaker pistols.
And the important thing, too, is because Hobbit and Boomich each get a kill in that round at the front of bathrooms, you funnel MOUZ to adjust on the map and swing towards the B bomb site where you have that short stack waiting. So without the success of Boomich and Hobbit, they don't exit out this door. They might just continue marching forward, but instead they have to go back into the waiting arms of Electronic and Exile. Torji just trying to save the AWP. It's going to be under pressure.
Yeah, Axel's close by. He's coming around that corner. And luckily he's able to save it. They're giving mercy. And now we're all tied up again. But that's the opportunity for Cloud9 to get into the CT half. It's not necessarily a sure thing because MOUZ still have enough money to warrant a decent purchase.
Yeah, but that's such a strong win for Cloud9. Their money just balloons right out of the gate, out of that victory. They've got another buy built up behind this, regardless of what happens in this round. 2 Tech 9s, 2 AKs, and an AWP for MOUZ to bring forward, and it's heavy towards the B bomb site. This might just be a B rush. Exertion leading the way. Here we go. Fast play from Exertion. He loves these, and not this time. Perfecto cuts them down through the monster tunnel. Exertion and Jimmy both gone. The nade combo just softened them up and made it nice and easy for the rifle to just brutally remove them from play. And Electronic spams the bullets through. They realize it was a monster rush and they cancel it out. I think somebody maybe forgot a smoke on the MOUZ side of things because they were fighting in a Molotov, a very shallow Molotov at the exit to the monster tunnel, and there was no chance that was going to do anything. Yeah, you're just taking damage all over the show. You just melt. They haven't even touched anyone. And I don't know what you do if you're MOUZ in this. You've got a minute, but it's such a low percentage round. You might be thinking you want to save this ADVP. We might have an extended, relaxed, chill end to this round.
Yeah, Torres, you might go hang outside the nightclub, listen to some music, and try and get this AWP in the next round. Oh, I said free sample earlier, Jason. It kind of triggered a memory of my scumbag behavior, where I would sometimes, you know, I would take my hoodie off, go up to a free sample desk, and get like a nice, delightful treat, and then I would put the hoodie back on, make it look like I was a different person, going up and down. I was very young, but do you reckon that worked, or do you reckon the free sample person knew? I
bet the free sample person didn't care.
Yeah, that's reality.
I wouldn't care if I was a free sample giver outer.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that anymore. Like, you don't see free food being given out anymore. People hold back on that.
Costco, baby.
Costco?
In the States.
That's where you get a good hot dog, right?
$1.50, foot-long hot dog. And a Pepsi.
And a Pepsi, for included in that $1.50?
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty good. You could eat there every day. And here's Torres, you're looking to try and stay alive. He's taking out that corner. It's one. And he will hang on to that AWP. So that's into the next round. And I like this angle. Feels like we're getting a Hobbit head peek just over the top of the monitor.
Yeah, here's that Molotov. That smoke comes in a little bit late. When they're already fighting and they're already pretty much dead, it does extinguish the Molotov, but the damage is done at that point by Perfecto. Single round lead for Cloud9.
Oh, it's not good looking at all here for MOUZ because 3 players have Glocks. Oh, there's a Tech9. They realize, oh, actually, I have a Tech9 in my back pocket. Take that. Xertion is given an upgrade. Torshi has to win this, and he does it. Boomich locks him out. We wondered, you know, how that off-lane battle is going to go. Many predicted Torsi to outmatch them, but Boomic's CT op here over the last few rounds has been pretty good, and this round actually beating Torsi in the heads-up duel.
Well, this T side has stalled out real quick after a single Cloud9 victory. Now, like, their first plan in every single round has been stuffed. No utility, no smokes, no flashes to take anyone off the angle. Boomich might just have a field day in this round. He's got Jimmy and Xertion moving up Banana towards his position at the A bomb site. Sui and Brolin convening towards long, where Exile waits at range with the rifle.
The Glock sets up the distraction to offset the crosshair of Exile to set up the AK to come on in. It's a smart play there for MOUZ to get rid of one of the rifles on this A defense, and now Boomich feels the pressure, decides to drop back, and not quite as good as Exile on those all-wall-banged lineups.
Oh.
And Hobbit swings in with Electronic. The Glock has got another kill, and suddenly with a bomb plant and a 2v3 with weapons in hand, there's an opportunity here for MOUZ to take this one away.
No way. Oh, Shui can do this. Blocked off by the Molotov.
Xertion inside of the bathrooms takes damage too. Shui's held back, but there's still time on this. They don't fade away. He'll still have time to peek and deny the defuse. Come off it. They come off it, and now they have to get back to it. Shui dies at long, and MOUZ make that competitive. They bring it so close, but Cloud9 just about stay afloat.
Yeah, plenty of time for that defuse, but getting off, if Shui wins that next fight, all of a sudden it's a really awkward 1v1. 10-8, Cloud9 recovered. That's a lot of pressure and a lot of danger that MOUZ was able to put in this round, just with a kill on Exile out towards long. I think Boomich, when he changes his angle, doesn't realize how closely they've moved up to the bomb site. He almost gets caught off guard. Very fortunate Cloud9 to get away with that one. 10-8.
That's a great example of staying in the round despite what weapons you have. You know, that's just great teamwork, setting each other up to allow that one kill for Shui, and then suddenly an opportunity presents itself with the first step taken, but close but no cigar. They've got to come back and fight this one. And Electronic, he's getting into that monster smoke. He's taking a risk in this round. We haven't seen this yet from Cloud9. Perfecto and Electronic doubled up. And Brolin, oh, the smoke fades away. He's gone. He's eradicated. And now with 1 minute and 20 seconds left, MOUZ have to play the rest of this round. 2 players down thanks to Axel's push up through connector. We talked about Brolin today and what we could expect from him, wanting to see a good performance. He has struggled. He has struggled so much. 4 and 14. And this round is done.
Everyone on MOUZ seems to be struggling right now. This Cloud9 team, once they've kind of gotten a good feel for this CT side, they've been so disruptive in terms of taking away everything MOUZ want to do. Pushing mid, pushing con, getting opening kills, stuffing rushes at the B bomb site. I think MOUZ is running out of ideas.
There's not many rounds to come up with new ideas either here. We're getting to the end of Overpass. Mirage up next. That is MOUZ's map pick. They would feel comfortable going to that affair, but with how Cloud9 are playing today, warmed up coming into out of the play-in, rather into the group stage, it seems to be paying off right now for Cloud9. Good shot from Exertion. Need a lot more than that, though. 18 seconds left. Boomich impales him with an AWP and a second on the swing out. Cloud9 do have an all-per for this map, it seems.
Yeah, hitting some solid shots, Boomich. 11-8. And remember, no more timeouts for MOUZ. Mentioned that earlier, they burned them all in the first half, so there's no way they can just take a breather and have a conversation. And Cloud9's not giving them any reprieve and not calling any of their own. They've only called one in this half.
Yeah, no need right now. It's going so swimmingly for them.
And let MOUZ just stew in it. Let them try and figure things out on the fly.
Well, that's what they've got to do with Tech-9s and P250s here. In fact, catches a timing in front of that utility. Actually didn't land. Axel's Molotov does not get into position, but he does. And he's pushed up towards Party, and he's going to rain on their parade. It's one for Axel so far. Yimfat hits the deck, and Axel just using smokes as defensive utility to keep himself alive. Remember, Boomich is with him, so he can cover off that flank side, and that's why Axel seems so confident and comfortable just looking at this smoke. And Shuei's coming through it, and to his demise. It's now the Tech-9 pulled out for Axel instead of that reload. He's just handling business, and he is really feeling it in map 1 today. It's great to see Axel up here getting these numbers and fragging out. Yeah, he's got a bit of attitude to him. Torji's stuck over in the playground. I mean, this is the amount of kills he had in that quadruple overtime earlier on in the competition, so good to see.
But again, it's like, I mean, even in this round, I know it's like Tech-9s and it's a low buy for MOUZ, so they're not coming in with AK-47s, but they had an idea of what they wanted to execute even with those Tech-9s, right? They had some smokes, they had some flashbangs, they had some things they wanted to try and do, and this aggressive stance from Axel just disrupts anything. Same with Boomich paired up. They have to actually burn utility just to try and clear this position out, which means even if they're successful, they no longer really have a clear endgame. 4 chances, 4-round lead for Cloud9, 4 opportunities to take a 1-map lead in this series.
Electronic boosted up. It's a good position here for him. And Axel in connector. Yimfat's going to go around the corner and clear it. He's going to hard clear that, and Axel dishes out damage, but receives a headshot, so he's gone. And MOUZ, for the first time in a while, have a comfortable advantage in the round.
Boomich, oh, that would have been a beautiful one to have.
Nobody burns.
Steps back into the Molotov from Shuei, and Torji builds on it. Taken down eventually. It's Electronic and Hobbit to defend this B-bomb site, and Electronic's doing it well.
No way. Electronic is just devastating them now. A second kill. And he's looking towards connector. Yimfat's peak. Electronic with the headshot. My God, Electronic. What a turnaround in this round. 55 seconds left. MOUZ are heading back to the A-bomb site, and they so desperately need this just to stay alive on map 1.
And they can make an educated guess about, the A-bomb site being relatively clear because it's Hobbit over there. So utility's going to come down. Plant's going to go down.
And Electronic's coming. The Bond villain himself, making his way up those steps. Shuei and Exertion, 2 sharp players. They've got to deal with this.
They've got 2 smokes for the bomb, so if they can, even if you don't get a kill, you smoke the bomb, you toss out a Molotov, and you get going with it.
Yeah, there's none of those pieces of utility available here for MOUZ to combat that, so smoke goes down onto the bomb. That's going to create pressure for the 2 post-plant players of Shuei and Exertion. Electronic brings down his 4th of the round, and nearly all 5, but the defuse was stuck all along. It's Cloud9 with map 1. It's Overpass going their way. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.